Hello everyone, welcome to ESL TV for Group B of the RaidCall EMS 1 for Counter-Strike Go. My name is Joe Miller. Joining me is the charmingly handsome Paul Red-Eye Challenger.
What do you want? And what are you after?
I was looking for Red Bull, but they're all gone.
Are they? Well, you should have said, and then I could have got you some before we come down.
Damn it. We got it away. So, Group B is today. I'm going to bring you up the groups here in just a second because I forgot to open them. You can find them if you go over to csgo.raidcall-ems1.com. Sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. It's pretty easy. So let's bring them up here shortly, and we can go through obviously what we saw yesterday in Group A and what we're going to see today in Group B. So there you go then. Group B, of course, is LDLC, Kick, ESC and Absolute Legends. Are going to be starting off tonight with ESC versus Absolute Legends. Yesterday we saw NIP and a Nexus come through in Group A, with NIP going 3 for 0 and Nexus 2 for 1. Alternate and MyXMG, sadly for them, didn't make the cut. No,
and pretty much as we expected it would be in Group A, although NIP, I think it would be fair to say they made a bit of a meal of it yesterday. Didn't go through quite as straightforwardly as one would have expected. I thought what was really good was that the Nexus put up a fantastic fight on Nuke, which, you know, some would say that NIP's strongest map is Nuke, and 16-14 in the end in that game, and I was wrong because you gave me wrong numbers. So my maths were wrong. Red-Eye sucks at maths. Who knew it? Joe did, obviously. And then tonight, we concentrate on what we've dubbed the Group of Death, mainly because not so much the quality of the teams being, you know, maybe as strong as NIP and Very Games in one of the other groups, but because the four teams are actually very evenly matched. And I say that with all due respect to the four teams. They've all sort of shone at different points throughout the cups. We've had ESC who've frankly had a bit of a nightmare in a couple of cups. They also lost to Kick, the Portuguese team, who are in this group as well. So that's going to make it interesting. That's going to be our second game this evening. Absolute Legends have also got two stand-ins this evening, which you might be a little surprised about. JW and Schneider will be standing in for Absolute Legends, so that might make a difference.
With new nicknames, we should say.
With new nicknames, which
just to completely throw
like Schneider will be called Dreamy, and JW, I can't even remember.
My son good.
Something like that, yeah. We've also got LDLC, who are the only clan, the only team in the whole of the RaidCall EMS 1 season to have reached 2 finals, excluding the team we don't talk about anymore. But LDLC, the team that shall not be named. It's like Harry Potter all over. Welcome to Harry Potter TV. LDLC, who reached the last 2 Cup finals, Cup 3 and Cup 4, unfortunately lost both of those to Fnatic and Very Games. So they are the #1 seed in this group. Whether they end up going through, though, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's going to be a good night.
Looks like we're almost ready to kick off our first game as well. As we said, that is going to be ESC versus Absolute Legends. So I suppose we can just about get ready to drop in game if I actually get the graphics ready, Joe. Good, that would be a great thing to have. As there we go. So we can switch off into game. The knife round is apparently already running, so once GoTV actually catches up here, we'll be able to kick things off. So, who is Olaf Meister?
Just Olaf, I would imagine. Yeah, he's Olaf. Olaf, Pronax, RDL, they're pretty much the 3 that have been in AL already.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Myson will be JW, and Dreamy is Schneider, just in case we end up calling them like that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up switching between the 2. Do you know what? Actually, I'm just going to call them as they are.
Yeah. They want to change their names, that's what they can be known as, that's it. So, first knife round of the day.
Yes.
How's this one going to go down,
Well,
Paul?
you'll find out in a moment.
Uh-oh.
The suspense before we get underway. What's it going to be? Which country is Red-Eye going to rip apart in this first knife round? So, my brothers, we are going to get stabbing with vodka. Vodka is great. In Soviet Russia, knife stab you! But Dreamy is man who has first stab. Olaf with 1. And Taz and Neo have drunk many vodkas. Many vodka too. But just Olaf left now for slashings. And last man will be Taz versus Olaf for all the vodka in Poland! And Taz wins the round.
Oh, God. Now you're going to have the Russians after you as well as the Scots, the Irish, the Welsh.
Well, I'm just trying to...
The Indian...
I'm just trying to, be global about it, that's all.
Well, the thing is, if we offend one nation, we have to offend them all.
Absolutely. That's the point, right?
That's how it goes. So, ninth round won by ESC. They're going to elect to stay here on the CT side. Of course, if you didn't already realize, the map is Mirage. The way that works, they actually eliminate maps out of the 5 and then end up with 1 at the end. Which
they do indeed.
Good times. So, here we go then. Let's give you a quick rundown of the teams. For ESC, we have Kuban, Pasha, Neo, Lord, and Taz. And of course, for Absolute Legends, RDL, Dreamy, Pronax, Good, and Olaf. Olaf is, of course, a champion from League of Legends.
I knew you were going to say that at some point as well.
Damn it.
Gotcha.
So we actually have the first kill coming in here for Epsilon, which is not Epsilon, which is Absolute Legends. That's going to completely throw me off throughout the course of the day. It's the first game. We're allowed to be a little bit rusty.
Shall not be named.
Yeah, they've managed to sneak in here anyway. Damn it. So, what are we going to see from Absolute Legends? Currently, looking like they will be pushing over towards that A site. And as I say, that RDL actually backing away back down towards that tunnel in middle. And they are going to be looking for the next pick off here. We've got plenty of grenades still for ESC, so they've got a lot to come back into these bomb sites with, but the question is, are they going to have the men still alive to make that impact? As there is RDL being taken down by Taz. Great shot from him. Pasha now going head-to-head with Dreamy. Dreamy going to get the advantage from that one, but here come the grenades. Actually coming out from Olaf there. Kuban had already thrown his out, and it is now a 3-on-2. With Kuban trying to get in from that CT spawn area. Taz around the side takes a lot of damage as well. Myson coming in from the side. He's going to take out Kuban. It's now all on Taz. 1 versus 2. That bomb ticking away ever quicker. And this is surely not going to be Taz's round. He did get himself 1. But Myson comes in from the side. And that is pistol round to Absolute Legends.
The newly disbanded Absolute Legends, we should say as well. They have released their CSGO team. This is a... I think it would be unfair to call them a mixed team, but that's effectively what they are right now with 2 players. Schneider, of course, an old AL player anyway, so just the one standing with JW in real terms, but they won't have had any time to practice together. I know they've played together in any case, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and they open things up with round 1 on the pistols. Goes the way of the T side once again, and Schneider here is going to pick up a double on Pasha and Taz. Olaf clears up things on the B bomb site. Bomb will get planted here with ease, and it took them just 30 seconds to get that one done on the eco. Just Lord remains now, and he'll be surely shot down. Will he? No, actually Schneider losing out, and a gun for Lord will be...
Oh my lord!
A reward for Lord. You stole the pun.
A reward for Lord. He is picking up the horde.
And gets his head taken off by Pronax at the end of the round. So 2-0 as expected after eco.
Yes, 2-0. Easy round there for Absolute Legends. Obviously, only lost that 1 man. And what are we going to see here in round number 3? One would expect the similar kind of outcome from this one. However, Lord has a shotgun, which may throw a bit of a spanner in the works for Absolute Legends, but we'll have to see how that one all works out for them. Early grenades already going off. Smoke inside of the balcony window again. And Absolute Legends have already pushed quite heavily forward towards this A site there, with Myson, who's of course
JW.
Jesper Wow.
Or Jesper Wow,
JW or
whatever.
Mysengood.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call him. They're into that bomb site. Lord's going to get shot in the face. As a man just asks us if we ordered some food. Sadly not, and I'm bloody starving. As we are going to see a double there coming out from Myson. As he comes back in. Grenade's going to be thrown back by ESC, but they're surely fighting a losing battle with this one. There is Myson with another one. Grenade going to come out. That's going to land right at the feet of Taz, but not quite dropping him. Here's RDL with a shotgun of his own. Not quite getting the damage off that he wanted there onto Taz, but Taz with only 39 HP, he's going to take down RDL as well. And in the end, Olaf picks him off. 3-0, job done by Absolute Legends after that pistol round.
Yeah, a little bit expensive, I suppose. Let's have a quick check on the scoreboard and see where we are after 3. 6 and 3 for Taz after those 3 kills in the last round. And JW sitting at the top of Absolute Legends right now after 7 and 1. RDL without a frag. Pasha Kuban also without a frag. But it's gun round time now for the Poles. And they are kitted up with M4s. Actually, there's Famis in there as well for Lord.
Because he bought a shotgun.
He bought a shotgun last round, of course. So spoilt his economy by buying up a little early. All good, though. Famis still a good weapon. RDL just testing that smoke at the short ramp into the B bomb site and not doing any damage so far. Olaf is looking like he's going to go out through balcony very quickly indeed. Drops down onto the top of Taz, picks him off, but Lord replies back for the revenge frag. Pasha might get himself 2 here. Got himself the first. He's being bombarded by AK fire from the left and the right, now being bombarded by flashes. And they've managed to get out into this bomb site. RDL is now on site. That grenade lands right at his foot. It's almost like he wanted to kick it away. As Schneider now coming in through the back here on the side ramp. Gets the kill onto Pasha. They're all low here. All 3 men from Absolute Legends are low. But they've got a 2 versus 3. No, that's switched round. Kuban with a double. Can now win the round surely. Yes, he can. Neo comes in for the final kill. And although it was a 2 versus 3, all 3 Absolute Legends players had no more than 30 health. And the Poles put their first round on the board. Yeah,
and actually it was a really nice push from Absolute Legends early on. The thing that they couldn't quite manage was to get that bomb down, and that cost them moving through. Great hold play by ESC, good defense of that site, and now we have JW with an AWP. Let's see what he can do with that one, and he's going to open up the kill in here, taking down Lord as his first victim. And that's very early on, a 5 versus 4. Actually, ESC rotating few men over towards that B site, which to me doesn't look like it will be the target. A seems a much more likely scenario. A couple of flashes there coming through. Neo just knifing the box because he wasn't comfortable on it.
The banter starts already.
And Lord only types that so that we can see.
Yes.
Because no one else was dead.
Indeed.
Good old Lord. RDL and Pasha getting a kill apiece. Mason is still having a peek out into the bomb site. Taz gonna take his head off. He's actually deep in on the site, and they're turning this one around here. Finally, Dreaming gonna get one, but he's only got 12 HP. Neo gonna flash into the site. He's got a grenade. This grenade is gonna go flying in there. Come on, throw the grenade. There it is. Lands at Dreaming's feet, and that is another round. 2 in a row for ESC. 3-2 overall.
Yeah, really good turnaround as well. They were on the back foot for a little while in that round. Looked like the early pick from AL was going to help them win the round, but ESC, no slouches even when they're a man down. And doing a great job of getting themselves back into this game after losing the pistol. Also now AL now on an eco. It's a pure eco as well, is it? No, not quite. They've got a couple of 250s in there. They are going to rush, and Pasha at short range is going to have to switch across the pistol. Does so. Dud did get the first kill in there, and they've got the advantage here. There is only 1 remaining there, which is Pronax. He's going to catch out Neo with his pants down just outside the little hidey hole. And Pronax with the M4. Kuban's not going to wander too far away from this, I don't think. No, and that's AWP is going to be picked up afterwards as well. 3-3.
Bit of a hairy one, let's call it, for ESC that time around, though. Didn't quite go as planned, but in the end, they've done what they need to do and pick up the win. Pasha, of course, has his AWP again, so we'll see how that comes into play. Did we have an AWP picked up by Absolute Legends? And no, we don't. So going all rifles this one. Obviously weren't too keen on how it went for them that last time around, and to be honest, cash-wise, they didn't have enough anyway. So who's going to take the lead here? Tied up at 3-3, still 120 of the round to go. Plenty of time to make the move, and it looks like they're going to go for B this time around. Olaf is going to be throwing. Wow, that's incredible position, to be honest, even though he's completely messed it up there. That was JW, and he goes down. I mean, ESC have let him get very, very deep in that one as Neo here going to be shot basically in the nuts by Pronax. And how he saw that one, I have no idea. Pasha will pick off Pronax, though. They're on top of the box. Lord going to rotate around that mid-ramp. He's going to walk into Dream. He wasn't even checking to the left. Taz will deal with it afterwards, but here is RDL. It's now 2 versus 2. Next kill going to be crucial in this one as the flashes come around. Taz going to be met here by RDL, and he will go down. Pasha, will he decide to just back away now with that AWP? No, he looks like he's going to be going for this one, but don't really fancy his chances, to be honest, as he misses the shot, and he does actually get through there into the house, but not for long. RDL picks him off. 4-3, Absolute Legends regain the lead.
Yeah, and some fairly extraordinary shots in that last round, I have to tell you. If you're watching us on the VOD, just pop back on it and check them out, because there was some pretty extraordinary shots in that last round.
Extraordinary. By extraordinary, you mean dodgy?
No, I don't mean. No, I actually don't mean dodgy. I mean just extraordinary in that, you know, I'm not a pro player, so I don't understand how they pull some of the shots off that they pull off. But when they're through smoke and I can't see through the smoke,
it's because Neo's got massive balls that were hanging out in front of the wall, I think.
Swinging them out. Yeah, just you know, just looks really strange on our screen. But you know, the thing is, sometimes the smoke on their screen clears quicker than it does on our screen. There's all sorts of mitigating services. I'm not saying that was dodgy at all. I'm just saying that they were extraordinary shots. Right now we're in round number 8, and the poll's on an eco right now, but it's going okay. They've managed to pick off Pronax already. Taz getting that one. And look at this. JW is going to come face-to-face with Lord, who loses that battle. And that was a pistol-to-pistol. Down to 5 health, though, thanks to Neo. Incredibly picks off RDL. And they still have a man advantage here on the eco. So 4-3 now. And have they got themselves a gun yet? I'm not entirely sure they have, because
Neo
of the people
has.
Actually Taz has, and Neo has, you're right. So they did pick up 2 weapons. That's made it a bit more even. They have managed to get into this bomb site, though. And Plant should be on. Oh, what was he doing running out with the bomb in his hand, Olaf? Right, Dreamy's now got the bomb in hand. He's going to come under fire here from the left and the right. Has already got himself one. That was the easier of the 3. Kuban will deal with him, though. Now last man standing will be Schneider on site. Has got 3 men around him. Got the first one. Can he get the second one? Short range. Could have been a knife there from Pasha in the end. From Taz, but it was Pasha that picked up the frag. And another eco round goes the way of the poles. They're good on ecos. Don't buy any guns, lads. Just use pistols.
Yeah, and that forces Absolute Legends now into a sticky situation in terms of cash, and they're going to be ecoing up themselves. Pronax the only one who's even got flashes and a smoke he picked up early on in the round as well. So this should, on paper, be around 4 ESC. As we just switched away, but Pasha maybe in a little bit of trouble here coming forward, but guess what? He's got Taz here to cover him. He's just going to be firing off down towards that ramp, and a bit of a duck shoot scenario. Actually, taking quite a lot of damage from it as well, but now they are closing in. Olaf going to be finished off. It's now all on mice and knees done by Neo, and that is 5-4. That yo-yo, Paul, it's here again.
Yo-yo, Jojo. It is back in full effect. If you are just joining us, welcome to the RaidCall EMS 1 Group B playoffs. Top 2 from this group go through to the LAN finals in April. They'll be played here in Cologne. 8 teams making their way through from the dozens that played in the RaidCall EMS 1 Cups throughout the season. The top 16 now playing off in the playoffs. Group B tonight, and then in 2 weeks' time we'll have Group C and Group D. We'll take a week's break next week for the Copenhagen Games. We hope you enjoy that one as well. As Schneider will drop Pasha. Pronax picks up the kill on Cuban. So 2 quick kills in a row for the Swedes. A little boost up here. Oh, actually, wow. How did he clip Taz so badly down to 20 health there without really losing all that much health himself? Olaf, though, is well, that's the easiest kill he's ever going to make on Taz, who was looking completely a different way. And Lord had pushed through mid. That hasn't done him any good. And it's now a 3 versus 1. Neo gets a couple straight away, though, and it's now evened up at a 1v1. Get right last night on a 1v3. Neo tonight on a 1v3. Are we going to have the same outcome? Actually, it's a 1v4. It's now a 1v2. I couldn't count. bomb planted finally towards the end of the round. Flash off the back of the wall, drop nicely out of the way of Pronax. Neo now going to have to try and make his way very quickly onto this site if he wants to play. He's going to go for this, you know. Flash comes across again. Neo slightly blind. In fact, why hasn't Pronax shot at him? I thought he would have seen him from there, but well, that's incredible. Still, Neo going for, and he's still going for this. You know what? If he goes for the defuse now, he could get this. Olaf is a long way away. No, actually, he's not. He's actually back in CT spawn, and will be able to pick up an easy headshot into the site. What a weird round. Neo going huge with a 3-man. It's not quite enough, and we're back tied at 5-5. It's ecos all over the place, Joe.
It's incredible game so far. Really, really close stuff. And, well, anyone's guess where these last 5 rounds are going to go. But it's going to be close, that's for sure, if what we've seen so far has anything to tell us. But this one is going to be another full kitted up round for both sides. Although there is a Galil in there for JW. Let's see if this grenade can do any damage. And it does do a decent chunk on towards JW. Return grenade comes in, and that will connect onto Kuban as well. And the flashes dropped in there. In fact, it's a smoke that's dropped in there. Kuban may fancy his chances here of having a bit of a peek. They're going to boost up in towards that balcony. They've actually backed away a little bit from there. Pronax down to just half of his health remaining. Can they get in there for the kill? Smoke going to come out once again. Again, Kuban exchanging. Here comes Taz. He's going to get the better of Olaf as well. Only lost about half of his health from that one, but there is JW. Finally, they will get rid of Kuban from the... Kuban, sorry. Kuban is also a League of Legends player. Polish as well, I should add. Pasha coming to go down. That's 2 kills. That's a vital couple being picked up by Absolute Legends. And now Neo and Lord, last 2 men left alive. Lord will find RDL through that middle area. And to be honest, they've got more health here. Well, technically they don't since there's 3 left, but...
I know what you mean.
Yeah. And that was a weird move. Like, I'm just going to throw my gun to run at you. Maybe trying to bait out a shot or 2 there. Here comes Neo from the side. Gets himself 1. It's now 2 versus 2. Pronax is actually in the process of planting. Neo says, don't even care about the guy over the other side. I'm just going to go for this one. Time runs out. Dreamy can't get in there. And that is 6-5. ESC regaining the lead. But for how long?
Crazy game. So, AL back on an eco. Not a partial buy either, because Dreamy, of course, had that AK from the last round.
So dreamy.
ESC on a full buy, having won the last one, but no one able to pull away just yet. The biggest lead we've had is the 3-0 that they had off the pistol round at the start. Neo gets early clipped here, down to 74. So he's got to be careful already. And might want to get himself out of there. They're going to spam away. That grenade could do a lot of damage in there. And actually, in the end, not quite so much. 5 off Olaf, 16 off Dreamy. And Kuban firing through the window. Did a little bit of damage on Dreamy. But Dreamy's standing there going, where the hell are they firing from? Quickly moves away from the windows. Good map awareness from Kuban. Pasha right now. That's so annoying when that happens. You're kind of like, yeah, I'm firing. Why aren't they dying? And he did manage to pick up 1. Has had to reload. Grenade now comes out. Not really all that good either. Now they're going to put 2 man in mid and try and cover Taz pushing, but that's not going to make any difference to Taz. He stands tall, picks up 2 frags easily. And they're now dropping like flies. Just 2 men left here. Dreamy is one of them. Does have that AK, but they're going to have to go very quickly into that bomb site. Dreamy with a double. And evens things up a little bit more. It's now a 3v2 from a 5v2 situation, and the bomb's now planted as well. AL might just be able to win this one, but here comes the take back. Pasha moving in from the top balcony from Forest Ledge. Gets dropped by Dreamy for his 3rd of the round. And look at this, another one coming in. And now Lord is the last man standing, and they're both low health, but he's got to connect with his shots. Gets 1. Now the second one is on. Schneider's trying to come around the other side. It's 21 health versus 39 health. Lord is going to get this kill. Indeed he does, but I don't think he gets the defuse. That bomb is going to blow, and Absolute Legends are going to win the round.
Boom!
Yes, they are. 6-6.
Wow. Mental game. All tied up once again. 3 rounds to go. And Again, some fantastic play coming out of Absolute Legends. Just when it looked like ESC were just picking them off one by one there in the middle, a couple up at the top of the balcony. The last two men managing to come around, get the job done. And we are now seeing ESC on an eco. So they're probably going to win this round, ironically. If the statistics are anything to go by from this one.
Two ecos already and they've won both of them, so you're right.
I mean, this game could be very different if that had not happened as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can do that this time around. So RDL and Olaf starting to work their way through the A apartments. Pasha will be waiting on that balcony. Taz pushed up here as well on the ramp. Is he going to get the shots off onto Olaf? Yes, onto Pronax. Yes, he did get the kill, but not getting the second one. Here comes Pasha again. Can he get number two? He's going to be face-to-face with RDL here in just a second, who's just spanned straight through the box. Switches out the AK. Great shot coming down onto Kuban. Can he get any more? Dreamy going to come in from the top to try and steal them all away. After what was a bit of a ropey start, they lost 3 men. They managed to win it out. That's 7-6.
Yeah, and that's the Swedes back in front for the first time in a little while, just to keep the game close. It's on Mirage, of course, for this map. Let's take a quick shifty at the old stats. It's a fairly even map. It's the second most even map in the game right now. 51.77% of rounds are won by CT. So usually a half-time score of 8-7, and that would be pretty much what we're looking at right now. The way these two are going anyway. Still anyone's game. We knew this group would be close. We knew the games would be close, but I don't think either Joe or I envisaged that it would be quite this close. Lord gets the second kill of the round, so the Poles have the advantage here to push home. They might get a third. Lord should be able to win this one, but somehow doesn't. Gets dropped by Dreamy. JEW will come in for another one. Pasha replies back on him inside the bomb site. They were at 3 versus 3 for a moment then. But, well, not right now. It's look at that, Schneider. He's down to 4 health. Olaf gets the frag onto Kuban, so they're 2v2, but it might as well be 2v1. And Neo and Pasha in much better health here right now, and it is Schneider last man standing, has 4 points of health only. And just the small matter of 2 world-class players to find to win the round. 33 seconds remaining. Pasha now gets sight of him as well. A little clip here, and a flick of the finger on the forehead would be enough to take him out. And we're all drawn up again at 7-7.
Yeah, Schneider not able to cut down those final 2 members, which, if you're a German, you might get that joke. It was pretty lame otherwise. So, all tied up. What a surprise, but someone's going to go with a lead in the half-time. It's going to be an 8-7, but which way is it going to be swinging? There's a couple of, I think we can call them second-tier rifles, technically, the Galil and the FAMAS. But a slower start to things here. Actually, JW going to get up inside the balcony. Pasha says that's a easy shot for me. Takes him down without losing any health. This time around might be different, though. Yes, he will lose out to Pronax. Olaf just camping inside the plant. Bit of horticulture to start off the day. Is
such a horticulturalist.
Taz gets Pronax
people in the chat right now are going to be like, oh my god, did you just hear what Red Eye said to Joe?
Such a horticulturist. Where are we? What's happening in the game? 4-on-2, that's right. RDL and Dreamy, the last 2 men alive. And, well, RDL got himself a P250. Dreamy has an AK, but not much health to go along with it. Is he going to win out this one? No, Taz gets the better of him. And it is now all on RDL. Let's watch him for the final moments, but this surely is going to be ESC taking the lead through into the second half. RDL does have the bomb, so he may be able to get that down. He's going to take himself 1 and 2. Taz going to go down. Can he get Kuban as well? No, he can't. Finishes it off, and that will be 8-7 ESC with the half-time lead. Taz had a beast of a game. 23 for 12.
He has been their best player for a little while now. It has to be said. They're both readying up very quickly, so we're going to get straight back into this one. Just gives me a short moment to explain how these two teams made their way to the playoffs. Absolute Legends played in Cups 1, 2 and 4. They went out in the first round in Cup 1 and Cup 2. to Dot Pixels and a Nexus, quite surprisingly to Dot Pixels, and then picked it up in Cup 4, just got themselves enough points to scrape into 16th place on the last day of the Cup. ESC, by contrast, well, they played in Cups 1, 3 and 4. They went out in round 2 of Cup 1 against Kick Esports, who they'll face tonight as well. They went out to a Nexus in Cup 3 in the first round, and then they waited until Cup 4 to qualify, where they reached the semi-finals before going down to very games. So, yeah, very similar ways through to the playoff stages as RDL rips through Kuban and Lord. Fantastic couple of headshots from RDL. And they've got themselves a 4 versus 2 for the second time in the pistols. Are they going to take the second one in a row? RDL firing off for his hat-trick, not able to connect this time round. A WTF comes out from Kuban, and a smiley back from Olaf as Pronax picks up the final kill of the round. And Absolute Legends are absolutely pistol beasts.
I thought you were going to... Are absolutely pistol beasts. I actually wanted to bring up a statistic here.
Oh, hello. Statman!
Cup number 3, Mirage. 85.7% T-side pistols. So
ridiculous, isn't
that
it?
just shows you how much of a trend overall so far in the RaidCall EMS 1. 61.6 to 38.3% have gone the way of the terrorist side. So absolute legends bucking the trend with that one. Of course, they have now won both pistol rounds in this game so far. And, oh, there's Olaf Meister with the shotgun up inside his favourite apartments. Wanted to make sure no one was trying to steal his plant away.
Do like the,
nurtured that over
do
time.
like the shotguns in Go, I really do.
Oh, ESC going to run into a bit of a brick wall here if they're not careful. There is Pasha and Neo both down very, very low. And, well, they just... someone flicked a switch and they just all melted very quickly, one after another. Kuban is now last man left alive. P250 in hand, but there is a shotty of Olaf. He gets the finisher. 9-8 Absolute Legends. Now 1 up. And, to be honest, we've not really seen much in this second half in terms of kills or plants. So, this is going to be another eco for ESC.
Yes, indeed. So, last eco before the gun round. And I think they'll want to get something out of this, if they possibly can. A couple of kills, maybe a gun. Something would be nice for them. They've had virtually nothing from these first 2 rounds. They've just been absolutely on it. That decoy just going off behind the smoke right now as the grenades rain down on Kuban. Somehow only lost 4 health, but again they're just dropping here. RDL's going to get himself a hat-trick. And that eco was not that expensive for the Swedes. They only lost the 1 man as well. So 10-8 lead right now. 6 for the win.
6 for the win. And, well, this would be... I don't know if we can call it an upset, but I think we can because, you know, ESC, they've been together for about 400 years by now. They're a massively strong team with more achievements than your average professor. Then you've got Absolute Legends who have got 2 stand-ins here. They're technically a mixed team coming into this game.
And they've disbanded.
And they've disbanded. So I think we can say that ESC were the favourites coming into this one. Absolute Legends as a team didn't really impress, you know. They kind of scraped through with that Cup 4, right?
Yeah, they've got lucky in the Cup 4 in the way that it was, you know, it's a bit random with the draws and such. They got Temp in the first round, which they won 16-6. They got in Faculty in the second round, was actually a good win for them, and then came face-to-face with Fnatic. So, yeah, they came good in Cup 4, but they literally scraped in on a count-back with Temp.no, who they beat in the opening round of that Cup. So, almost ironic for Temp, really. They just needed to advance 1 more round. They would have gone through instead.
Well, this one right now stays at 3 versus 3. Crucial round for ESC. As Olaf is going to go face-to-face here with Kuban in a second. And he's waiting until he's run out of bullets, which doesn't actually happen. Kuban readjusts his aim, and it's now all on RDL. As the grenades bounce in towards him, and it will, in fact, be the grenade in the end that finishes him off. Came from Neo, 10-9. I think it's going to go this whole back-and-forth pace until we finally get someone at 16. Or
well, we might get our first
15.
draw. Yeah, we might get our first draw. And on the basis of what we've seen, I don't think you can split these 2 teams. So a draw seems fair right now. But you know what? We've seen this before. We've seen a number of games go, you know, tit for tat in terms of rounds. get to sort of 11, and then suddenly one team just finds another gear and stretches their legs off to 16 very easily. Fnatic in particular in Cup 3 did that against LDLC. They matched each other round for round, just like these two are doing, and then suddenly just found a completely new gear and went on to win 16-11. Right now, ESC have got a 2-man advantage as a grenade takes out Pronax. Make that 3. Lord drops JW, and Pasha picks up the frag on RDL. So just the last man alive is the man with the shotgun right now, but we're not watching that. We're watching a dead man's crutch, thanks to Auto Director. Olaf is the last man alive. They're playing this one quite cagey, considering it's a 5v1 right now.
He's got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work. A lot of work. And will be picked off by Taz in the end without putting up any resistance. They lost a total sum of 9 health between 5 players in that last round. And guess what? It's all tied up.
Yeah, what a surprise. Would never have figured that would
10-10,
happen.
let's do it again.
As you can see, Paul, when it gets into double figures on a draw, he goes a bit mental. That's why we love him.
That was priceless, actually. The look you gave me then was that was almost like, if we'd cut to that would have been awesome.
We've actually got a second camera, which has changed position today. That old sneaky camera that we had before, it's now it's a bit of even more sneaky on the side.
Is it? Oh, it is, isn't it?
Sorry, well, I'll show you that later on. Actually, we should integrate into the show. Just put it in different positions every week.
It's like spot the ball competition, but spot the camera.
Where is it going to be this week?
Yeah.
So, 10-10. Let's focus here on the important stuff. We have the AWP from Meissen. And here comes Kuban, going to run straight in towards Dreamy. Lord was backing him up, though. And it's now 4-on-3, so nice advantage the Swedes have at this point. What can they finish off? Pasha might get shot in the back, but he actually turns around just in time to catch RDL. Nade's going to drop down. ESC making their push now onto the B bomb site with the flashes coming in from Lord. Can they get in onto Pronax? No, he gets the better of Lord, even with 5 HP remaining. Here is Olaf, easy shot onto Pasha, and it's now all on Neo. He's got to go all Matrix style to win this 1 versus 3. Gets himself one, but Olaf shoots him in the back. And it's 11-10. Absolute Legends regain the lead.
I think what's confusing you is there's too many references to League of Legends here, isn't there? There's Absolute Legends, there's Olaf, there's Kuban. There's just so many nods towards League of Legends that it's almost like you're doing the LCS from Lille. You're in a car tomorrow morning, right, to France for 5 hours. At 10 a.m.
Joy.
I'm really hoping that the last game we have tonight goes 30 rounds.
Yeah, me too.
I hope you don't get stuck in France and then have to have a Korean barbecue when you get back. That would be a shame.
And I'm going to do that, by the way, if it comes to... Actually, no, that doesn't even matter, because we're taking a week off next week.
Indeed,
for,
we are. It doesn't
games.
matter. You can be as late as you like. Just be back in 2 weeks' time.
Really stretch my stay to miss next to the next rounds.
Yeah.
And then you're not here anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
That's why I said I don't care. Flash is being deployed over the top right now. Absolute Legends 11-10 up, and they try to kill a piece here. Dreamy just trying to protect this bomb site. Gets one, gets dropped by Kuban in the reply back. They're again just trading frags between them. We're at 3v3, but the bomb is planted now, so the Poles have the advantage. RDL going to try and navigate this one back from mid, whilst Lord protects the bomb site from the generator. Olaf coming in already. In fact, he's already there. He might just pick up the frag here on Lord, who's not looking the same way. And this looks like a really good take back here. Point blank range shot with the AWP from Pronax. Kuban, the only man to reply back. Does he get the second one? No, he doesn't. He has to fight Olaf here. That bomb is going to be defused any moment now. Indeed, it will be defused. Olaf pops down anyway. And JW had already started defuse. And just when it matters, Absolute Legends have stretched to a 2-round lead.
2-round lead. Let's have a look what they can afford here. They can buy up, but it's probably going to be the last one for them. You can see that they're having to switch weapons around a little bit. Let's see then what ESC have got to offer. AWP of Pasha is going to be looking down that middle area. Early smokes already deployed. Lord, going to drop a decoy grenade there. Yep, totally fooled us with that one. Never would have worked out that that's a decoy grenade. Oh, that wasn't though. That was Cooper taking the head off RDL.
Oh.
One bullet is all it took.
Sweet as.
Are they going to get any more though? There's Olaf's plant.
I love the fact that Cuban almost looked back to say, "Wait, did I just kill that guy?"
Yeah.
I think he was surprised himself.
Slow edge around from ESC. They look to have one of these sites under control. Ty's actually going to be spotted here by Pronax. Can they get any more? Neo is very low on health and actually will go down as the flash and nade comes across. Kuban's actually worked his way around the back and he's going to get 2 kills for his pleasure. There is Pasha. He was up close and personal with Dreamy and it's 12-11. Almost a tied game again.
Yeah, and
this is like eco.
Money.
Yeah, Olaf's got 6,200, but
it would be a risky buy because that would put them on a sort of partial buy this round and then definitely a save next round, which then would put them behind. So they've gone for the safe option and save this time round. In fact, it's an almost complete save as well. It's just the 1-250 in there. And Neo now in mid in a fully tooled up, glorious Golden 5, as they have become known for their exploits in 1.6. Not quite so successful so far in CSGO, but early days. I remember back in the early 1.6 days, the polls were, I wouldn't say they were slouches, but they weren't one of the better teams. They worked hard, they stuck together, and bar one player, that's only one player that they've changed, as they pick up that round fairly straightforwardly in the end. It will now be 12-12. Just the one change in, what, 7 years, I think? Yeah, 7 years. Yep. One change just shows you what a consistent roster will do. And actually, I think they're almost a victim of their own success in some ways, because they've had so much success that I sometimes wonder where they get the motivation to carry on playing. Especially when it's a changed game and everything moves around. And when NIP are, quote, destroying the game.
Well, someone needs to beat NIP on land, that's for sure. For everyone's good. Actually, I'm sure that NIP even believe that that's good for the game as a whole.
But
maybe
I think
not quite as much for their bank
It's
accounts,
funny though, because history will write this period as NIP domination, and they'll look back and go, every team from here on in that has a period of domination will be compared to NIP.
Yep.
And every team will fall short. No doubt about it, because the guys that are watching now will go, nah, they're nothing compared to the NIP team of 2012 and 2013. Oh my God, you can't compare them to that. Same old arguments that we get. I love those arguments, by the way. They're healthy, they're fun, and they make the community what it is. Right now, it's ESC who are absolutely ploughing their way through the Swedes. 3 dropped already without reply, although many of them have been tagged, and Pasha now is dropped, actually, for the first kill of the round by the Swedes. Bomb is going to be planted at the B bomb site, and now a 4-on-2. I don't think they're going to go for this, are they? No, Schneider's just trying to get himself a frag and no more than that. I don't think this is a serious attempt at breaching the bomb site with 2 men. And actually, Kuban's so cheeky. Will get himself the frag. Taz is rotating back round here, and Schneider's going to get nailed in the face. And that, ladies and gents, is ESC retaking the lead. This game just will not give us a winner.
Well, it will. Or will it?
Or will it?
Or will it?
Or will it?
Oh. And that's the thing, this group, we've already talked about it before, is so close. Obviously, Kick and LDLC, the other 2 teams that, to be honest, a draw could really, make this group very funky.
Let's talk a little bit about that while we've got this eco right now, because most people will probably have Kick as the weakest team in the group on paper, okay? Take nothing away from the Portuguese team. But on results basis, Kick beat ESC in Cup 1, 16-11. They did so very convincingly. So we know they're capable of great things. Their other losses were to Epsilon, Very Games, and Fnatic. That's the only 4 games they've lost in this entire thing. So in other words, they've lost to Faculty, a finalist, Epsilon, a winner, Fnatic, a winner, and Very Games, a winner. That's the only 4 games Kick have lost in the 4 cups that they played in. So they're a force to be thought about. They've won some great games. ESC particularly, very good game from them. LDLC have been in 2 cup finals already. We already know about ESC, and Absolute Legends are putting up a great fight right now against the Poles. So that's why it's such a tight group.
Oh, Dream is still alive there at the end, but not quite able to do what they were planning with that one, and that's that 2-round lead this time, though, for ESC. They're 2 away. And, well, 1 away from a point, at least, guaranteed in the group.
And the funny thing is, as well, Joe, is that that's the first time either team have taken 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah. That's how close this game's been. And it really wouldn't surprise me to see us at 14-14 after all this. Especially now, of course, since Absolute Legends are on the bye and have a full loadout of grenades ready to throw. The smokes already getting in position. Still plenty of time in this round to find an opening. Pasha has actually come around the back. This could be very, very dangerous. First man going to get picked off. Maizen will take down Pasha, but the push is coming around. Kuban is going to get himself the kill there, but can they hold off? Olaf going to come face to face with Kuban. He gets the better of that 1v1. It wasn't really a 1v1 because he didn't even take any damage. Dreamy going to come around the backside. Taz going to peek out from balcony, going to nail Pronax on the ramp as well. There is Neo, actually wanders out completely unaware into the bomb site. Lord got him covered, and that leaves just Olaf. This could be game point, but he gets himself a double. It lined up perfectly for him. Can he find Lord now? Where's Lord going? Lord's running around completely to get the angle here, down at the ramp. Olaf's blind. I saw Lord, but I've got X-ray on, so whatever. And he's actually... He's guessed wrong completely. Here he goes, gonna go for the defuse. Lord gonna peek out, needs to be really careful here. It's just one little burst could take down Lord. In the end, Lord's done just about enough, and Olaf is gonna walk away, not being able to defuse. Keeps his weapon though.
Needed an axe there, really.
Hey, see what you did.
So, at least 1 point in the bag for the Polish team. With a 3-round advantage, 3 chances to convert this into a win. And I tell you what, it would also be a little bit of a hoodoo broken for ESC. You saw Lord's comments earlier on. Always difficult against Epsilon, he said. He was referring to the 2 Epsilon players who are standing in this evening for Absolute Legends. And that was after he got nailed in the face through smoke with an AWP. But right now they stand on the brink of victory against AL in the opening group game. A bit of a wayward shot there coming in, but it's actually Olaf who picks up the frag in the end. Point blank range got the first one, but Pasha replying back. We're 1 for 1 right now. Schneider might get himself dropped here by Pasha. Indeed he does. So 4 versus 3 now. The Golden 5 on the verge of a victory here in game 1 of Group B of the playoffs. Bomb about to be planted, but RDL, is he going to be able to get the frag? No! He does finally get the frag, but through the smoke wasn't able to stop the plant. And now Pronax has come in, and it's a 3 versus 1. Kuban gets dropped. Does he know? He's going to get a frag. Can he get the second one? Grenade lands at his feet. Gets the second one. He's come off the bomb, but it doesn't matter in the end. RDO is going to get the long defuse without a kit. I thought for a second that was going to be one of those epic 3-man clutches from Kuban. Not quite. No cigar. 15-13.
And Absolute Legends just about hanging on in this one. They need these final 2 rounds, though. See, they're having to buy weapons for each other. And, yeah, they are very, very low on cash. ESC should be fine, though, after this one as well. Well, let's have a look. What's the plan going to be? Early flash going to come over into 8. Over the top of the houses. That's what I really like here about Mirage as well, that there are a lot of those sweet spots that you can find to flash into the bomb sites without actually being there. There's Dreamy going to pick off 1. Gets himself not quite the second one. Taz will reply and bring us back to a 4-on-4. Smokes are down to cover. Pronax just switching out that FAMAS for an M4. Upgrade for him at the cost of his teammate's life. Kuban going to go very low to Olaf around the side as well. And we have that 15-13 score. Absolute Legends have to win this one to keep their hopes of a draw alive. But they're running the clock down. This is going to be dangerous stuff for ESC. Pasha going to fall. Kuban's only got 17 health as well, so Lord and Taz are going to be the 2 ESC lean on to do something with this round. And to be honest, with the time, how it is now, they might not even push in the end of it. We had a bit of a lag there. Lord actually surviving in the end, just about with 12 health. Kuban going to be picked off. There is Taz. He takes down Pronax before dying himself. And Lord is actually in the bomb site as we switch into third-person mode. And RDL finishes him 15-14. It's all on the final round.
Well, what do you know?
Surprise.
Who'd have thunk it? Cash is actually fine, so all AKs across the board, all M4s across the board on the opposing team. So here we are, round number 30 of 30 to decide who gets all of the points, or do they share it in this group stage? They can, of course, have a draw. A draw would really throw this group wide open, and it would leave both teams with the chance of still going through. Even when you lose the first group game, you can still win the next two and go through as well. But a draw really does start to mess things up. All quiet on the Western Front so far. Minute and 13 remaining. Very slow play here by ESC this time round. Going to try and make this one absolutely right. They've played these kind of rounds 100 times or more in the biggest pressure cookers, but not right now, because it's JW that picks off Neo. In goes Lord, clips Cuban on the way through. That's going to be a little awkward, and JW gets a hat-trick here in this final round. What do you know? He stepped up to the plate. Olaf gets in a fourth. Taz is last man standing, dropped by RDL, and surprise, surprise, it's 15-15.
A draw in our first game. We thought that Group B was going to be close. Well, doesn't get any closer than a draw, does it? Let's see if we've got a score update from the other. We're going to ask them to change their names for the second game. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, so there's no score update from that one. Going to have to rely on good old HLTV.org.
Little plug for our friends over there.
And they deserve it. They're doing a good job with that one as well. So
although I would like to say, just while we're on the subject of giving call-outs, because we should do the shout-outs and call-outs at the same time. What the hell would you call an anti-cheat team if you didn't call them an anti-cheat team? How can they be pompous? Yeah, go and look at the subject by Mira. It's quite interesting, actually. It's a really well-written piece. But he's called the anti-cheat team the pompously called anti-cheat team. I don't know what else you would call them other than an anti-cheat team. Not really pompous. If we called them the super-duper awesome amazing anti-cheat team, that would be a pompous anti-cheat team. Just saying.
That's true. What was I even doing, Paul?
I don't know. What were you doing?
I was trying to look for the score of LDLC.
So what's happening here, Joe, is there's like a studio. It's a TV thing. And we're here to do a show.
So it's 16-13, but I just don't know to who.
I think it's Kick. That's what I'm getting at.
You're getting the I'm
getting Kick.
Oh, there we go. There we go. 16-13.
To Kick.
That's good.
Yeah. Good.
As the admins tell me a page. We're only into the group stages. They give me a page where I can actually find all the information live. So thanks that it's taken only 5 weeks to get that one. But, I'll be happy with what I've got. I'm not going to complain. So that's it for game number 1. Of course, we're going to be taking a quick commercial break as per usual. But when we come back, we have game number 2. Paul, it's going to be
a fantastic game because it's the rematch from Cup number 1. It's going to be Portuguese finest, the Kick Esports going up against the Polish finest of ESC Gaming.
I'm not ready yet because I've pressed something on my PC's.
That was a really good out as well, and
something.
you screwed it up.
Sorry about that.
Let's do that again. Next up, stay tuned. We've got more action from the RaidCall EMS 1. It is Group B in the playoffs. It's ESC versus Kick.
Grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers. Easy to use voice messenger service. Chosen by over 12 million gamers.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
RaidCall. Communication for winners.